Welcome back to Subnautica, below zero. Today we're going to be heading across to the Rocket Island. To get started, we're just going to get some cooked food, however, just to fill up my gauges, and I'm going to make sure we've got some water and other stuff like that. Yes, so we're heading south to the Rocket Island. Haven't been there before, so it will be good. Let me just make sure I got that, at least not in this playthrough anyway. And yeah, we've got enough to get us going, and we've got a little bit of disinfected water as well in case we need to go there. So south is this way, and let's come up there. See the island? We're gonna head for it. I'll see you over there, and this is where you're gonna want to watch your heat. If you get out of the water, you'll be subject to basically being frozen. So you want basically a better way to deal with things. And there's some options that we have on the island to make sure we don't freeze. But in the meantime, see you there.
Repairing the nearby radio tower may amplify your signal enough to contact the Vesper.
Good. So we have this signal, maintenance request. And it looks like we need to get out of the water, so let's head over here. And sharks. This game not good for sharks. Scanner though. SeaTruck fragment. I really want that scanner, please. Thank you. Don't eat me. Oh, yeah. They don't particularly like me, but I'm willing to take more. Oh, crabs. Lobster even. Yep, the shark can have the lobster. I don't mind too much. Let's get out of here. And we get the wonderful penguins. I mean, penguin. Really? Okay, fair enough. I want to give that alone. So, yeah, we should start to experience cold effects, and we need to go and find basically flowers that will heat things up. So we're going to head through the caves, and let's see. You can see already around the outside of my screen, I'm starting to get that. What is this area? Is this hot or is this dangerous? No, neither. Okay, fair enough. Let's just scan everything. Leafy nut. Okay. Leafy fruit. I'm not gonna go. Let me just grab some more. Are they actual food? Health? Yes, they are. Okay, so while we're on the island, we want those. Keep a couple just in case we get some other issues, but yeah, for now, keep on going. And I'm going to look for some source of heat. Speaking of which, thermal lilies. Okay, we can take a look at those. Strange plant often found growing on rock faces and in caves. Petals glow and generate a significant amount of heat, providing protection from the cold on the surface. So anytime you get too cold, well, that's exactly when you're going to want to go and hug one of these things for a little while. And crystalline sulfur, well, yeah, it'd be rude not to pick them up. So there is two things. One is that base way over there. That's on another island. But for our case, we want to go to this maintenance request, heading to the top and hugging onto the thermal lilies for survival. And in a cave on the way up, well, we found another one of these little supply areas. Mineral detector fragment. Okay. But that's the entire blueprint. Okay, another PDA, some crystalline sulfur, some more of that. Good, good, good. And we're being nicely cooked by the thermal lilies. On we go up the mountain. And here we get to the, well, the first part of the base, I guess. Let's go and have a look here. What do we get? We get a habitat builder. We've already got one of those. But if you didn't already build one, or get one, then I suppose you have a second one. And can we not close? Can we close that? Is this going to be nice and warm if I close it? Please? Yep, it all disappears. That's nice. A jukebox. Well, why not? I mean, if your underwater base hasn't got a jukebox and a dystopia, then hey, you know. What is it? Okay, we got a locker. Why are things going white? That's not probably good. No? Multi-purpose room, let's scan it. And nearly done. There we go. So that's open for that base. And still not sure why the things are going white. I shouldn't be getting frozen in here. Hopefully it's not that. Single bed. Yes. We'll grab a chair. Pretty much scan all the things. Now that we've scanned absolutely everything in here, I'm going to head upstairs. Oh, well, up the stairs outside, I should say. Up to the next part of the base. And it is cold and it's nighttime. Yeah, there was no problem with that sort of color overlay. It went red. Still nothing actually... oh, communications tower. Still nothing actually happened to me, so it's just a bug, I think. Yep, data downloads. Down communications tower. Fair enough. And then I think there is a rocket sort of pad here. Yep, looks like one. And if I head over here, no signal. Well, that's not good. Is there anything I can actually scan at all? Would be nice, but I guess not. Okay, good enough for now. Plenty of stuff scanned. And through a small opening down from the rocket pad, there is another building over here, so let's get inside before the storm causes problems. I guess I can't get inside? Okay, we're just going to scan it. It's the observatory. And for the avoidance of doubt, I'm going to just try the repair tool as well. Yeah, we can't do that yet. Needs a rough wiring kit, which is easy enough, but shipwreck salvage we definitely don't have. So I'm not going to be able to do much here. So pretty much just scanning all the stuff to get lots of recipes. And if you didn't already have one, well, you then have a habitat builder to deal with however you like. In this case, we can just head straight back down to the water and head home. Scanning stuff on the way back. Trying to get more of those SeaTruck fragments would be great. More pieces like this. Have I got 3 now?
New technology acquired.
Yep, the SeaTruck. It is pretty much the renamed mini-sub from the first game, I would imagine. Oh, my inventory's full. Okay, diamond cell. Fine. The other thing I'm going to need for the SeaTruck, however, it's not made just like handcrafted inside, obviously not inside a pod like the Sea Glide, like this thing. It is actually, unfortunately, made in a vehicle modification station, and yeah, my inventory's full. Then go away. So, as I was saying, vehicle modification station. So we need to go and make one of those, which means go and getting those blueprints as well. Now, there are a few ways to get... Oh, mobile vehicle bay, sorry. Yeah, so you can find it in Twisty Bridges, that place right next to the base. And unfortunately, also apparently in the kelp caves, they're really easy to get lost in, as I found, nearly dying at least twice when actually doing this. But here's the Twisty Caves. It's about Twisty Bridges, sorry. It's about 400 meters away from our base, so yeah, plenty of place to explore. And I'm going to head down here and see if I can find the vehicle modification, not vehicle modification, mobile vehicle bay. I keep saying modification because back in that base we just found is the modification station, which is going to be very, very useful as well. Lets us craft lots of kind of upgrades, so you definitely want to make sure you scan for that. Now, when I'm back in my original pod, I can go and make some upgrades, that mineral scanner we were talking about, just to try and find some minerals. However, I did get a commenter saying, a very, very good tip in fact, saying basically empty your inventory first of all. If anything, when you craft a battery, let's swap out the battery in our Sea Glide, for instance. So in goes the high battery, and only the low battery is left, i.e. 28% charge, which means when you craft it in here, it will use the 28% battery. Now, of course, we'll get battery chargers later, so this isn't really much of an increase, but it is good to make sure you're not using it full batteries. And of course, when it gets charged, it comes in with 100% charge no matter what. So yeah, let me just get rid of those leafy fruit into this, and let me just grab that other battery back. It's good to have us... Oh no, that's 0%. I should use that one, shouldn't I? I'll use that next time I need to craft something with a battery. I'm just going to empty the rest of it into basically lockers into our little base, and then we can probably see... Let me just get rid of that repair tool for a second. I don't need that on the hotbar anymore. No battery in that one, battery in that one. There we go. If we can just place down a multi-purpose room now. Yes, it just needs 6 titanium, which I should have on the inside. There's also an observatory, very low structural integrity, but it offers 360-degree views. Fair enough for that. And then there's lots of other different things. Vertical connectors, we can go up and have multiple levels. Stuff like that is fine. Alien containment, i.e. a fish tank, is actually quite useful. If you get eggs for fish, you can get them basically growing in there, and they're a renewable source of food. So you want to, or semi-renewable, I guess. So you definitely want to do that kind of thing. Bioreactor, we're not going to be too concerned with, but I definitely want the alien containment. What I normally need to do with that, if I remember rightly, is 2 multi-purpose rooms on top of each other, and then you can put the alien containment in both, and you want it with a gigantic aquarium that's multi-level and stuff like that. So it's very handy, and then other bits and pieces we'll come to later. Anyway, let's just get inside. Let me just dump my inventory, and then we'll see if I can go and hunt down some titanium and expand our base. And speaking of which, let's just see what this mineral detector lets us do. So searching salt, quartz, limestone. Actually, can I go previous? Limestone, there we go. There we go. Yeah, it's sort of like it's like a radar. Apparently we are really close to a limestone. Is it underneath us? Well, it's definitely saying there's limestone here. I will find it, and we'll carry on hunting. And now that I've got enough titanium, I'm not too impressed with this mineral scanner, to be honest. I can spot things by eye faster than I can with that. So, fair enough. We'll just ignore that for now. We'll come back to it later once we get to the rarer stuff. We do want to hunt down various things. Speaking of which, near that rocket island there is both diamond and lithium just underneath it. So just have a look around there if you need those, and you are going to need those. Let's put it that way. Here we go. So we want to just attach this, or find a way to attach this. There we go. And there we go. Multi-purpose room. And done. And then what I want to do is attach another one on top. Okay, so that is 2 of them. Minus 1.3 to hull strength, so we're definitely going to need some more foundations. What are foundations again? More titanium, more lead. I do actually have picked up some lead, but we definitely don't want to get too low on that. But if you have a look in here, you'll see right now it doesn't let us access that upper layer. It will do fairly soon. Let me just first of all see if we can actually build that aquarium, having that fairly easily available. You can build these aquariums as well, but it'd be nice to have this one. So I need 5 glass and yet more titanium. Glass, of course, is just quartz, so I may already have some. Whoops, I may already have some of that. Let's get rid of most of this stuff. So there's some titanium and quartz. How about some glass? There's 1 glass. I think I'm going to need to hunt more quartz down. And just be aware, if you make food, it can rot. And that doesn't generally go too well if you'll just leave it to rot. You need to throw it away. If you have a look at that, minus 22 H2O, water essentially, minus 25 health, and minus 4 food. So it doesn't even benefit you in the slightest. So do get rid of it if you do find that. But other bits and pieces are good to keep, and just have cured stuff rather than cook stuff if you need to keep it for a while, as you might imagine. So off to gather more quartz. I'll convert it all over into glass, and then we'll be able to make at least the first level of our aquarium. Before I do that, I definitely want to make sure both these floors are actually connected. You can connect them in the middle, but that's not where we want it, because the aquarium is going to consume the entire middle of this room. So pick a corner, and you can just put in the ladder like this, and we should then be able to head upstairs. So let's just get rid of you for a second. Whoops. And then climb up. And we get a second layer. Okay, so easy enough. We don't have to actually have a physical climbing animation, so that's faster to have it this way, so that's good enough for me. With that in mind, I have 3 glass now. I need a couple more bits and pieces, and then we should be good to go. I am going to go and try and craft a rebreather, however. So fiber mesh, silicone rubber, and I think I want the silver ore. Silver, 1, 2... and that'll let us dive deeper for longer, essentially. We won't use up our oxygen quite as fast when we get below 100 meters. So let's see if we can actually craft that. So personal equipment. Where are you? Rebreather wiring kit. Okay, so 1 wiring kit. That's what we wanted the silver for. And then personal rebreather. Okay, so we've got the rebreather. Conserves oxygen when diving deeper, absorbs and recycles CO2 into breathable air. Good. Another commenter did say you can craft an extra high-capacity O2 tank, leave it in your inventory and swap them. That does help, but of course it does reduce the amount of your inventory space available for loot, or whatever you want to call the stuff that we get in game, if not loot. But yeah, that's sort of up to you. I'm going to make sure I have most of these things. I'll leave the mineral. Oh, maybe I'll take the mineral detector. Yeah, I think I'll take one of everything else. And then, yeah, our gauges are pretty full. I did also get a commenter in the previous episodes saying that you can replenish your oxygen underwater. That's what these plants are. So I don't recognise them from the first game, at least not to my memory, but maybe they did. If you want to replenish your oxygen, click on them and they'll go away for a time. They'll build up, I think. Propulsion cannon, I guess we'll take a propulsion cannon. Yep, that'll be useful. Another propulsion cannon blueprint. Okay, and that's that unlocked. Not that I need a propulsion cannon just yet. I'd really rather like the modification station. But, hey, you know, beggars and choosers. Modification station. Mobile vehicle bay, I meant. Which is what I just got. So, sometimes RNG is good. I guess, heading back to base and see if what it takes to build a vehicle bay. There we go. We can build our alien containment area. You can see just how much room it takes up. And even though those rays from my scanner, my builder are heading the wrong direction, we now have essentially alien containment. We do actually need a hatch for said thing, so we need to build a hatch in there. It's probably in the base pieces. Yeah, hatch. We need another piece of quartz for that. And if we go up here, we should be able to build another level of it if we had, you know, the resources to. So there we go. We just need a lot more quartz, basically, and we can build another one on top. In fact, can we even put that down right now, even though I don't have the pieces? Yeah, we can. So that's where it would actually go. And I can obviously use up the titanium bits and get that sorted as well. We can do probably the same thing with a hatch, I want to say, maybe? There we go. So it won't complete until we're done, but we can at least place it down, and that gets us going. I'm going to just go and make sure there's more foundations to this base. Do we have some lead? We do have lead. How about some other lead? Not here. We are going to need that titanium ingot, but I'll take that for now, because that's what's what we needed to make some of the more advanced stuff. So that's the mobile vehicle bay, that is. So we need the titanium ingot, and now I'm just going to put down a foundation. If I can actually put one down anywhere. Doesn't much matter where we put these down, I guess. But for now, it might be nice to have this linked up to the rest of the base. Yeah, we're going to need that to basically increase the foundation strength, or the strength of the base. +2, there it is. And we can't fit any more in there just yet. No. So I'm going to have to figure out more places to put this, or indeed move stuff around. We can obviously deconstruct stuff just as we can construct the stuff in the first place. Anyway, off to find a lot more quartz, it seems. Okay, a little bit of hunting of quartz later. Let's hope I've got enough in here. Let's just grab you. And yes, we do have enough. And then we can head inside a water tank, inside our air tank, inside water. Yeah. Anyway, we can use planters and various different things. You can see we can plant, decomposing maybe. Can we actually do that? Yeah, let's just put a couple of planters there. They should grow creep vine, hopefully. Can we actually put in... I think we just drop eggs. I'm not sure if we actually put them in the planter. I've got an egg somewhere, sea monkey egg. There we go. Just going to drop that, and hopefully that's going to be okay. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. And it's all the same planter. Yeah, we don't get independent ones. You can see right there, there's a little growing creep vine. Oh. Anyway, that's our aquarium started. What we're also going to want to do is go and grab some actual fish from outside, like say for example a bladderfish or two. Come on, come back. There we go. And we're also going to want to grab some fish that are basically for food purposes. And I'm not sure which is the best fish. If you happen to know which one is the best fish, then do let me know. Which one is that? That is a Arctic Peeper, +12 food. Why don't we just grab some others? Let's just head down. There we go. What are you? Hoopfish? Nope, you're terrible. Okay, maybe they'll get better with cooking, but we actually just want to make sure we have, well, at least 2 of each, obviously, for hopefully they will grow. There we go. That's another one of those. So that's 2 of the bladderfish, 2 of something at least with some food value, and we're just going to drop them basically in our aquarium, and hopefully that will actually do the job. Let's go back here, and let's just drop them in, and hopefully they'll be happy. So a drop, and oh, a bit of a frame hitch. There we go. They hopefully will be just as happy inside here. With no available food, they'll just continue to just grow. Who knows? But at least I've got an aquarium going. Lastly for this episode, what we want to find is this table coral. It was really easy to find in the first game, not so much in this second game. It's down here in Twisty Bridges. Find it in like on the cliff sides and stuff like that, but yeah, not quite as easy to find. I did deconstruct the scanner room just to rebuild the base a little bit, but that's not why I'm looking for table coral. Well, that is used for one of the scanner room stuff. What I'm actually doing it for, let's grab one of those, need another battery, and the shark is right behind me. Go away. If you can hear that, yeah, I'm sorry. It's just as terrifying to me, perhaps more so. Anyway, more quartz, and let's head back to the base, and we should be able to make the mobile vehicle bay now. First of all, resources, we need a computer chip. That's done, and then it's actually deployable. We need lubricant, but we already have that. I did actually make some, an extra, assuming that I'd need it for something or other. And there it is. Okay, so that's our lubricant. Have we got any extra fish? Have they died? No, they're in there. Oh look, there's an extra fish. There we go. See, they do actually breed. Yeah, so I sealed this off and then started to put in these cross pieces. These cross pieces are handy because even if you don't have something attached to them, they are like little alcoves you can put planters in and have that to grow food and stuff like that. So if you have a look on the outside, a new journal room's going in at the back there, and then the scanner room will be off the side. You can build with these cross pieces, and it just lets you construct the base however you like, really. But you do need to have enough space. For example, I couldn't put the scanner room right here, so you have to put an extra section before the scanner room will go back in again. I've started to put in foundations. Sometimes the foundations won't actually be allowed to build, like for example here where this cliffside is. So yeah, you have to build it in a certain direction, which may mean rebuilding the base multiple times, but you can just do that by pressing Q when you're doing things. So there we go, mobile vehicle bay. It is a deployable, so you can build it on the inside, but then you can obviously can't keep it on the inside until you get the moon pool, and we're not at the moon pool stage just yet. There we go, mobile vehicle bay, and we should then be able to equip it. Release vehicle bay. Yeah, it's got it in my inventory. You want somewhere with a little bit of room in front of it, just in case we get any issues later with larger vehicles. But assign it to, let's just assign it to that for a second. Put it onto number 5, and then release. Okay, and we can climb on. And our little construction drones here. Let's just see what it costs to make vehicles. So there's the SeaTruck. It needs a titanium ingot. It needs some glass, some lead, a power cell, which I don't think we have yet, which is obviously just like a larger battery, and advanced wiring kit. So power cell. Can we even make that? Let's head down and see if that's one of our recipes. Yeah, it is. We can just use the recipe in here to make one. The 2 batteries I've got in my inventory right now are both 0%, so hopefully we get a full power cell out of it, although it's part of an ingredient, so it doesn't really much matter if it's full or empty. Yeah, that's full regardless, so that's that done. We also need an advanced wiring kit, so let's need a regular wiring kit, so let's just make that up. And that means we also need another computer chip. Oh my, I need to go back down to Twisty Bridges to get more table coral sample. However, everything else, that's 3 gold to actually get that, which isn't actually too bad, because I've already been picking up gold as and when I see it down there. So that's not going to be much of a problem for us. And yeah, we're going to pick up other bits and pieces, but we should be okay to go, really. So I'm off to go and get more of that. See you in a second. I changed my mind. The mineral detector is incredibly handy to find all the outcrops you need. In this case, galena, because we need lead for the SeaTruck. So yeah, very well recommended, just not perhaps for limestone that you can spot a mile away. The rarer ones are the best use for this thing. Arriving back at the base, let's see if we have everything we need for our SeaTruck. Hopefully I do. Let's take a look. I'm missing the titanium ingot, maybe. Yes, titanium ingot. I do have one of those somewhere. I swear I do. I just don't have it with me. Let me find it in the base. Let's try again now. Climb up, and do you have something valid? It looks like you do. One SeaTruck, please. Oh, look at that. Yep, there's my SeaTruck. It does look, in fact, even though the icon is the same, it is definitely looking a lot different to the mini sub in the first game. Let's head here. Yeah, this is more like well, yeah, more industrial. Sort of like it's intended to be fitted to something else behind it. And hopefully I can actually get into the thing. That's going to be a bit of a problem if I can't. Power cell, yeah, that's charged. Can I get in? Okay, that's a bit of a problem. How am I going to get in? Maybe build a hatch onto it, possibly? This thing usually has upgrades and storage. Oh no, wait, I got in. That's interesting. Just pressing E. There's no actual. Oh wait a second. There's a hatch on top. Yeah, I'm being silly. Anyway, so entering the SeaTruck, we now have a mini sub. As you might imagine, you can see my joystick moving around, and yeah, we have condition 100%, sort of repair, sort of durability, or whatever you want to call it, the temperature, and the amount of energy. And of course, we're going to need power cells for this thing, but you can go underwater, and we no longer need to refresh our oxygen. So down to a certain depth, we're going to be fine. You can see at the very top of the screen it says 150 meters. So you can take this down to 150 meters, get out, and because we have a rebreather now, you can dive even further down. So I think I will leave that here for today's episode. Just to look at the upgrades for this thing. There are 4 of them, and we've not got any of them yet, so we'll leave that alone. So, upgrade, we've got an aquarium, which is producing renewable food for us, and we've got our SeaTruck, which unfortunately in the first game, sharks did sometimes like to take from you, but we can always rebuild it now that we have a mobile vehicle bay. So pretty good progress for the 3rd episode. I have put all these episodes inside a playlist in case you wanted to watch them in sequence if you're watching this you know, significantly long after it came out, so feel free to take a look at the oh, there's a baby sea monkey. Feel free to take a look at the playlist and have a look through. You can see lots of other fish going out there as well. The other thing we're going to want in here as well is probably just putting down, just to finish off, can I just put down a where are you, interior modules, I imagine. Yeah, fabricator, we can. And we can put the one wherever we like. I'm going to need some more copper, of course, and probably some more quartz. Yeah, to just get that going. I don't think I have any spare copper. I only have a... sorry. I don't have any spare quartz. I have a spare copper. Yeah, quartz will be easy to actually find. And then we can actually make stuff in here. The only thing I'll say is that the fabricator in your original pod is free. This one consumes power if it's anything like the first game, where you can see the power at the very top of the screen. That's not normally a problem unless you have a scanner room that's running as well. If you run out of power, then your system can't give you any oxygen and stuff like that. So yeah, but we'll be filling this out with yet more lockers on the walls once I indeed have enough enough titanium to actually build them. But we'll get back to that next episode and maybe doing a bit more exploring then. If you've liked it, give it a thumbs up down below. Click on the subscribe button if you want to. And of course, one other thing, I did want to get something in this planter as well, but we'll come back to that next episode as well. Yes, and if you want notifications, you can click on the bell to get those popping up whenever there's a new episode available, which of course you should, hopefully. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time. As always, thanks for watching.